Seahawks!
It's time to BS.
Lads, it's been a very interesting week.
It has.
Putting it mildly.
It's been a very interesting week. It's been a very interesting Friday for yours truly. So I texted you guys in the group chat that the mascot of this great department of nonsense, Princess Donut, the first of her name, destroyer of worlds and consumer of catnip, that's a Game of Thrones joke for those who get it. She's been having a weird upset stomach. No. So like an hour ago, she was like screeching and howling. I'm like, what happened?
Oh no.
And I'm like, no, don't do this. I have my Bible on me. I'm like, don't do this to me now, please. And like, I'm panicking. My fiance's in the room with me. She's like, she's probably got an upset stomach. She'll be fine. And all we see is just projectile.
No.
Vomit.
Oh no.
All over the carpet, all over the floor. I'm just like, oh God.
Did you find out what she ate?
She ate something.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Clearly that messed with her, huh?
Clear as day, she ate something that's like, nope. It's not doing too hot. So
well, and I know it's impolite to ask a woman's age, but how old is Donut?
I think she's 3.
Oh, okay, so she's still young. She's
3 would be, certainly, spry and living life and loving it. And
she's chilling.
Our cat is what, 8, 7. Okay, so
you got corrected.
I did.
Sometimes Mrs. Wilson's the MVP of the show. Still one of my favorite moments was during No Creds when you're like, I don't know that they ever woke up, and you just heard her in the background laugh.
Oh my God, that is great. Why is Dustin? You're weirdly off to the left on here.
I don't know. I don't know what I did here. I can.
No, I know why. I know why.
Did I?
Fixed it.
Oh,
I did stuff. Look at me, I did stuff.
Okay. All right. I should have done something about my shiny forehead, though. That's a bonus for people that are watching on YouTube or watching live right now.
That's right.
Oh my God. I almost just exited out of the complete. We're off to a great start.
We're really. Donut's got you discombobulated.
Once this plane starts taking off, we just keep it rolling. So
yeah.
Oh my God.
You never know. You never know what direction this show is going to go into.
That's right.
Especially during the season. I'm telling you now, everybody. Okay, don't get mad at us when you want us to break down the 49ers Seahawks game, but we talk about steak for 20 minutes. It's going to happen. Right. We're like Phil Rizzuto. Phil Rizzuto.
That's a great reference.
Yeah.
That's a Hall of Fame worthy reference there.
It is.
It's just. Oh man.
Well, you never know what the show is going to. Which show is going to show up? Last week we were in a boat, I believe.
I think
this week we're in the plane. So. Yeah, you just gotta strap in and get ready. So,
don't call me Shirley.
That's right.
Next week, if it's trains, John Candy's going to show up.
That's right.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, the only Thanksgiving movie I can think of, gentlemen. It's a classic.
That's right.
That can't be the only Thanksgiving movie that's.
I know, but Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. 100%. Halloween is number 2. Christmas, you've fallen to 3rd.
Really? Christmas falls in the third place category.
Yeah, because I still like, I like the magic of the holiday season, but it's not the same as when I was a kid,
That's understandable.
And for me, this is a very jaded view of Christmas, but okay. you get to do much of the same things that you do at Christmas the month before, but you don't have the stress of making sure everybody's got their cards, and making sure your cards went out in the mail, making sure you got your gifts all figured out.
He has a good point.
Thanksgiving, you just show up, you eat a lot of the same food, not completely the same. I like to do prime rib for my Christmases myself.
You better get some table settings ready. We're on our way.
Stop. We already had Meatwad just lead the show off with fries. Now we just prime rib?
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, have you ever smoked prime rib?
I have not.
You should try to. Because you're down in Texas, man. You have the opportunity to smoke meats down there.
Yeah, I suppose so. We just got to do it, I guess, when it's not miserable.
1,000 degrees.
1,000 degrees, and
Yeah, it's been humid up here, Dustin, up here in New York.
Right? Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
And then I got weeds taller than me out there, so I got to take care of them. But the thing is, every time you decide to go out there, it just starts raining randomly. So then I'm like, well, I'm going to do something else, and I start cleaning the house, and then the weather's beautiful, but it's hot. I can't win right now. I can't win. And I got mice in the house. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
You got mice in the house now?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, who gets mice in the summer? I don't know what it is. I think it's because my next door neighbor is having a patio put in, so maybe some mice were displaced when they did the digging and stuff, and they found their way to my house. But either way, I got to call a wildlife company because I've taken a couple of them down, but they keep getting in there. I got to steal stuff
if I could give you a remedy, maybe once the cat over there gets healthy, you could bring it over to your place and go to town.
Yeah. Dad's probably about conservatively 3.5 hours from me.
Ish.
Yeah. So it's not like we're both in New York, but it's not like a nice little, hop, skip, and a jump.
Right. Well, that'd be like from here to El Paso. It's not like we just get in the cruiser and go down the road and we're there in an hour.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Speaking of El Paso, Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Oh man,
Hall of
Famer without question.
He is in the Hall of Fame. He is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he does. And this is a great segue because eventually we're going to get into a list that has a few Hall of Famers on it.
That's true. That's very true.
How is the wrestling knowledge of the two of you? I know Dustin's wrestling knowledge is okay, but in terms of recent stuff, but
recent I got nothing. I got nothing.
Mine's it's in the ditch. You know how your car goes off into the ditch, but it's also turned upside down. You're hanging by your seatbelt, and the water's rising.
Oh, man.
I feel like Kevin has a metaphor for everything.
it's an ominous picture he painted.
It is. It's very ominous. So
Kevin has a metaphor for everything. I swear, it's funny. It's like, Uncle Kevin, me and my girlfriend broke up the other day. Oh. Well, sometimes your fish ain't meant to be caught. What would Kevin say in that situation?
Hopefully we don't have to segue into that discussion.
Oh man,
we're off to a great start.
We are.
I love this program.
Did we even hit the opening stinger yet, or no?
No, we have not.
No, we didn't.
We just hit the car. We just hit the track running.
We just hit Highway 85 on Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
That's a dumb reference, but whatever. It counts. Welcome to Seahawks Sessions, part-time TBS podcast and Bel Air Sports and Bel Air Media. I'm Dan Cruz, the host of this delightful, just whatever you want to call it. It's just, it's a boat. It's a boat to nowhere. We're on the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's a good reference too.
It's a great movie.
Oh,
that's a great franchise.
Yes, it is.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
and then in The Simpsons they had a restaurant called the Frying Dutchman, I think it was. I don't know. I can't remember. They had some logo.
Where do you think Pirates of the Caribbean ranks amongst Disney Mount Rushmore?
That's a tough one.
That's up there. In terms of Hall of Fame. It's in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely.
I mean, as far as trilogies, it's up there. I mean, it's tough for me because I know it, but I don't have I was a little older when they came out, and I didn't really like dive in the way a lot of people did. But even I mean, that theme, you can't argue with that theme. That theme is a banger, as the kids say.
Every time I go out for a drive and that song comes up in my playlist, I just go, yar. Just go out to get some Captain Morgan.
Oh man, that's a
Hopefully
perfect
you're
question.
not doing that while you're driving.
Yeah, yeah. That's a.
I'm actually not. That's
for the audio listeners. He just did a very suspicious eyes back and forth look. Always got to look out for our audio listeners as well.
I am a legal abiding citizen, please.
Yes, you are. You're an upstanding man, good citizen, and a knowledgeable Seahawks fan as well. Despite what the people on TikTok say about us. Now, I can't speak for myself.
For God's sakes, just like the TikTok comments are funny. By the way, Dustin's coming here from the capital region of New York. Kevin's coming here from the great state of Texas. This is Seahawks Sessions. We're here to cause some mass chaos and stupidity for all.
That's right.
It's just good God. It's been a hassle and a half at this point. It's just a good hassle nonetheless. It's a good hassle. So I apologize for my appearance, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wearing a blank ass white shirt.
Hey, who cares, man? I got a shiny head. I have nothing. Your
head is very shiny.
I've been told by other people on whether it's on No Creds or this show. Whenever they watch, they're like, "You got to get some stuff up on your walls. You look like a serial killer, man." I'm like, I was like, I'm trying to repaint. I'm trying to repaint in here, but I'm lazy and I need to hire somebody to do that. And it costs a lot of money. So I am saving up to have the house repainted. Then I will.
YouTube University?
What?
Are you not a graduate of YouTube University?
For certain things. For other things, as I get older, I realize that my time and the amount of time that I would spend trying to do this and then get frustrated with myself because I do not have a handy bone in my body. And I realize how that just sounded as I came out. I am not a home renovation man. It's never been. My dad was very talented at it. My mom couldn't figure anything out. She didn't know how to build a deck. She read a book. She built a deck.
My body.
But I can't do that. And I get very frustrated anytime I've tried. So as I get older, I just realize it's easier for my mental health to just save up the money and hire someone to do it.
I am not arguing with you. I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah.
No one's arguing with you.
You should look into like what I have behind me, which is a flag that I bought and just got, Seahawks on it, of course. But I hang that up behind me, so the shiny mirror where everything was reflecting on it back on my head is taken care of. So
yeah, no, that's a good thing. And we have a random mix of teams. Now, Dan's is probably the most sane because he's got the Islanders where he's from. He's got the Seahawks, which that takes him off the reservation because
absolutely.
But I'm just saying, like in most people's opinion, like you've been here, they look at us sideways when they're like, "Oh, what you like? What football team do you like?" And we don't see Giants, Jets, Dan. They get all over us. They're like Seahawks.
I don't care.
You want to talk about going off the reservation? 1 second.
Okay, to be fair, do you see Kevin? Kevin's flag is very interesting. He's got the Utah Jazz, the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's got Clemson football. He's got the Seahawks.
Okay, so you're talking about off the reservation, right? I'm at work and I pull out my wallet. There it is. You see that?
Yeah, there's the wallet.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's a clean wallet too.
Like that.
Yeah. It's this is definitely one of the top things that's ever been produced in the history of mankind. But people look at this and they're like, you need to be hospitalized.
I know they get after us because we don't like the typical teams. So, and everybody who watches No Creds at all or this show and has heard my brief tenure on both shows when compared with Ryan's tenure on No Creds, I got the Mavs. How did I end up liking the Mavs? The answer is Michael Finley. Okay, Michael Finley, Steve Nash, and Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
Okay,
that's why.
That argument over right there. So,
and then I like the Edmonton Oilers because of Blades of Steel, because I like their colors of Edmonton in the game. Even though they couldn't use NHL trademarks, it was just green and yellow. And I was like, I like that color combo. I'm an Edmonton guy now. That's how. But I was very young.
The Yankees. I got sick of the Yankees.
You got sick. So are you? I can't remember. Are you a Met guy now? No, you're a Mariners guy.
I got sick of New York baseball as a whole. It's like, good God, you people.
You got sick. I remember from your episode with my other podcasting brothers, Ryan. You didn't like it was specifically New York sports radio that turned you off.
Oh, it's just insufferable. It's like it's the same deal over and over again. It's like, at least with the Mariners, I can be disappointed. Like, at least I can be rationally disappointed. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. But the Mariners make sense for you because you like the Seahawks. So people are like, oh, he's just, he's going.
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this right now. If the Sonics come back, or when the Sonics come back, I will abandon my Knicks fandom and go to the Supersonics. I'm telling you. I'm not kidding when I tell you this.
So you'll be a Seattle sports fan for all intents and purposes, except for your beloved Isles.
Well, I'll root for the Kraken if I can get them on ESPN Plus, which is no big deal. Like, if the Kraken and the Islanders play each other, I'm rooting for the Islanders. But like, if I'll watch the Kraken, I'll be like, cool, because like they have good players.
With an awesome name like Kraken, that's to be understood. So
the Kraken is awesome.
Also, one of the coolest looking jerseys in the entire league.
That's a cool one, and the fact that Ryan always bandies on about this, and he's right. The fact that the NHL beat the NBA in bringing a team to Seattle in the NBA, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's hilarious because like, it's like the psychopath that's like, who puts relish on their hot dog?
Okay, we are about to go definitely off course.
Kevin's like, what did I come on here for?
Yeah, well, we're going to get into that because it was National Hot Dog Day this past Wednesday, so we're going to get into that. So
that was the context of the whole thing, which was like National Donut Day.
Yeah, well, today is the 88th birthday of Krispy Kreme.
That too.
And if you happen to have one of those and you went in there, you could get a whole dozen for 88 cents today.
Oh, wow. That's a deal. That's a deal.
Do I have to go all the way to Krispy Kreme now? Because I will find a Krispy Kreme.
Do you have a Krispy Kreme around you, Dan? Because we had one. We had one that opened up in Latham, New York, which for people that live around my area, they will know exactly where I mean. And it was crazy because when it first opened up, we're a big Dunkin' area up here. We got lots of Dunkins. We got a local bakery, Bellinopoli, and that's my pick for best donuts in this area. We got one in Latham, one in Troy. Nobody outside of my area of New York knows this. But Krispy Kreme came in and people went crazy for like the first 6 months it was here. They needed to bring traffic cops in to direct traffic. They needed all this thing. 2 years later, that Krispy Kreme gone. It's like one of the crazy things. I don't know what happened. I guess the bloom came off the rose. But people love Krispy Kreme, but it did not survive here. We have Duck Donuts in Latham, New York.
I can swear by Duck Donuts.
Yeah, they're very good. But how does a franchise based in Duck, North Carolina, which Ryan and I have been to the original store?
There's a town named Duck.
Duck, North Carolina. That's what Duck Donuts comes from. Now, how did it end up in Latham, New York, and it's surviving here, and Krispy Kreme did not?
What? Duck, North Carolina?
Yeah, dude.
Tell me they have a minor league baseball team called the Ducks.
I'm going to look it up right now. I'm gonna look it up right now.
A minor league sports team of any kind, the Ducks, the Ducks.
Oh man, aren't you glad we went weekly, fellas?
Yes, we're glad. Everybody that's watching this is glad, and we're only just starting. We're only just begun.
I have a question for Kevin. Does bacon belong on hot dogs?
It does.
Okay. Would you say some genius I found out? I forget where I found it from. It was on TikTok, but it was a New York City hot dog joint, and this genius put bacon on the hot dog. It was a gigantic dog. It was a very long piece of meat.
What you have done has made God very unhappy.
Anyway, there's a lot of meat on there. I'm just gonna keep rolling with it.
All right.
Dustin's like, move on, you.
Now, keep going, but because I was doing some very
I can
slow.
see putting bacon on there. I don't believe I've ever done that.
Yeah, I would.
But there's a lot more repellent things I could think of to put on a hot dog than that. So.
Does ketchup belong on a hot dog, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Okay. What about mustard?
Mustard does not belong anywhere near me whatsoever.
Okay. What if you use mustard as a binder?
On smoking meat, it's wonderful. Yellow mustard because it's relatively tasteless. It doesn't.
What about honey mustard?
No.
Honey mustard as a binder, you can't do it. You can't use Dijon either because I tried one time because I was out of material. I smoked some pulled pork with Dijon mustard and it overwhelmed the dry rub. It overwhelmed the dry rub.
There are certain things that shouldn't. They say that like in Jurassic Park, right? They were messing with something that they had no business messing with, and that's got to be one of them right there. So.
Yeah, you don't like honey mustard at all, do you?
No,
I
really
no.
Oh man, I'm a big mustard guy. I like some mustard. Dan, do you like mustard?
I like honey mustard.
Okay, honey mustard's delicious. I like hot mustard. Get some Engelhofer mustard. You get sweet hot, but. On a hot dog, for me, I don't know about you gentlemen, but for me, I like a little mustard. I like a little chopped onions. I like a little hot sauce sometimes.
Yep.
I take and then if I'm feeling really adventurous, if I like to really turn it up a notch, I take a little meat sauce. I put that on there.
Ooh,
I like a good chili dog. What about chili dog, Kevin?
I do love a chili dog.
One of the great pleasures of this earth.
It's very good, and I love the way that you find citizens down in Texas do chili because you don't put beans in it, and I am 1,000%.
Thank you. Thank you. Whoever puts beans in chili, there is a special place and you know what for you. I'm sorry. It's just like I got into a dang near fist fight with a few people. Like, you don't put beans in chili.
Oh man,
you don't.
A lot of people do, and especially I don't like it though. And then have either of you ever heard? We're going all over the place. Have either of you ever heard of the Cincinnati chili?
Skyline chili?
Yeah, the Skyline chili.
Yeah, I have heard of Skyline chili. Yes,
yeah.
I have not.
I can't remember what it is, but I was like, "That's what you call chili? Like, what is that?"
Hold Google.
But I did some very slow real-time research because it took me a long time to type out minor league baseball, Duck, North Carolina. There was a team and I think they are still in existence because I'm on their site right now. They are an affiliate of the Texas Rangers, Kevin.
Really?
At one time, they are based in Kinston, North Carolina. The team name, the Down East Wood Ducks.
The minor leagues have a special place in just because so many names that they've come up with that just somebody stayed up late at night. Eyes burning because the light was coming right in their face, and that's what they came up with. And so there are so many teams that are like that you just can't believe that they came up with that name. And
I'm just learning this information now about Skyline Chili.
Oh yeah.
Is a Cincinnati-based restaurant chain famous for its unique Greek-inspired chili sauce, often served over spaghetti or hot dogs.
See, that's the craziness. I don't know what this is.
I'm hearing them out, and the only reason I'm going to hear them out on this is because if you mix the spaghetti with some kind of spice in there, or aside from the chili, I'm hearing them out. I'm also saying the inner child of goldfish and raisins, like, that sounds like a good idea.
There you go.
But I'm like, I don't know. It's like we don't kink shame Cincinnati. I mean, listen, you got a crappy owner for a football team, but like, come on.
He's cheap, but he paid his receivers. He paid his receivers and his quarterback, but his defense is going to be bad.
Yeah,
whatever. Not my problem. Anyway,
Trey Hendrickson, come on over,
please.
Right.
Would love that. Wow, this is interesting. It includes cinnamon, which gives a sweet and savory flavor. This chili is typically topped with a generous amount of shredded cheddar cheese.
Okay, the cheese got to bring everything together.
And variations include adding onions and beans for a 4-way or a 5-way. That is taken completely out of context.
All right, so I have a quick proposition for you gentlemen. Then let's go to Cincinnati. We'll do a Seahawks session trip to try the Skyline chili. However, here's a caveat: do either of you, fine gentlemen, partake in bourbon of any kind?
Oh, do I need to go down this rabbit hole?
Because Cincinnati is very close. Ohio and Kentucky are closer than you think. We go to Louisville, sorry, I didn't say it right for the natives, but I never get it right. And we do part of the Bourbon Trail. I did it years ago. I've been itching to go back because I didn't hit them all.
Have I ever told you about my dangerous drink concoction?
I think, did it happen on an episode of the Three Rails Metro Hockey Podcast?
It might have.
Because I think Ryan mentioned it.
So, I at one time partaken in a very particular drink I call Jack and Gin Went Down the Hill.
Oh yeah, he definitely told me about this. Yeah.
So, Kevin, are you familiar with this drink concoction?
I am not.
So it is 2/3 Jack of any kind, no ice,
okay,
and a third gin.
Oh God!
Man,
that's not for me.
Dustin's stomach just turned upside down.
Well, I mean, I'd try it. I'd try it out of respect.
It's not bad. It's actually not as bad as you think.
As soon as you said the no ice part, that's where I started coming into a landing.
Oh, that's how I drink my stuff. Neat. Right here.
I drink. I don't drink mine on the rocks at all. If I'm going to drink whiskey, if I'm going to drink any like booze of any kind, I'm not having it watered down. Absolutely not.
Except in the case, my favorite cocktail, the old fashioned. I will have a big rock in there.
That deserves a lot of ice in there, or a big ball of ice.
Yeah, big rock or a big ball. Yeah,
delightful. Kevin, do you partake in the bourbon extremities?
I usually do not. Mm-hmm. I could be talked into it.
Okay.
All right.
Great start.
Nothing will pair better with bourbon than the Skyline chili.
Okay.
I'm hearing him out on this one. Listen, I'm not against this idea. I'm not.
Yeah. All right. Now we're going to get a bunch of Cincinnati natives in the chat that are like, hey, Skyline chili's the best. We're going to get like crazy traffic because they're going to be like, these guys are hating on Skyline chili. We're not.
Listen, people hate the bacon, egg, and cheese for some reason. Like,
oh my God. I love a good breakfast sandwich.
Who's hating on that?
Yeah, that's
you need to just get out of the chat right now if you're hating on that.
Oh well, and you've got special. You've got like the breakfast sandwiches that you have downstate Those are the ones. You know,
Okay,
like
Long Island.
we can't get the little like bodega style sandwiches here.
Long Island is the breakfast sandwich capital of America, and this is a hill I'm willing to die on.
Okay, would people in Manhattan and other parts of the city might try to fight you, but I'm not going to.
I will go Royal Rumble style, 30 waves of 5 midgets per wave, and I will go after this. I will throw each of them over the top rope. I will go run the table. Like Shawn Michaels in 1992.
Oh man.
Did he win the Rumble in 92? Give me a second here.
Or was that the one where his foot touched and they still said he won? I couldn't remember. Somebody tried to pull him up, throw him over the top rope, and he was supposed to lift both his feet, but one of them touched the ground.
British Bulldog.
Yeah, that's right. That's who it was.
British Bulldog, 1985. He went back-to-back Rumbles in 95 and 96.
Oh, yep. All right, that was the one.
Sean
was supposed to win that one, but Bruce Pritchard's like, he didn't get both his feet off the ground, and everybody saw it.
Shawn Michaels was the first man in history to run the table at number one. He's the there are 4 individuals to run the table. I believe the late Chris Benoit did it in 2004. Okay. Edge did it in 2021.
The rated R superstar.
Yes, Edge did it in 21, and Rhea Ripley did it on the women's side a couple years later in 23. Right. So she's there. There's 4 individuals to. I hope to God I'm wrong. Anyway, we're getting off track.
Is this a BS Sessions or is this a Seahawks session? Because it could go either way.
Whatever.
There's 2 rivers that are combining here, so we're just going with it.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. Speaking of delightful hot dogs and various meats, we do need to get to a quick ad break before we go on to Seahawks rambling as we usually do. So,
right.
With that being said, Brent, take it away because this show ain't free. This show ain't free. So time for some ads.
Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of Belly Up Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BELLYUP, you will get 15% off your purchase at RighteousFelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon Jerky.
That is right, peeps. For those delicious flavors of jerky, use the promo code BELLYUP in all caps for 15% off your order at RighteousFelon.com. Kevin, do you have any beef jerky flavors you recommend?
Well, there's one that I particularly like, and it's not necessarily the jerky, but it's the beef sticks.
Yeah.
It's a taco flavor that I really like. And then there's the lemon pepper one that I really, really, really like. And just when it comes to jerky, I guess regular, I'm not sure what regular would be exactly, but I like a good jerky. And I've gotten the taco and I've gotten the lemon pepper, so I know from personal experience those are very good. So if you're into those kind of things, get on there and do it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin. I usually prefer to get the meat sticks. And, I have gotten the Mexican street taco is my favorite. That is pork, and it's delicious. And then I have tried the lemon pepper turkey, which is very good as well. But when it comes to their jerky, they also have this in meat stick form. I like the OG hickory a lot. That's their straight up.
Okay, that's the one I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, they have that in the jerky. As well. I haven't tried the biltong yet. I want to try that, but I've tried a few flavors of jerky. I've liked every single one. And my brother-in-law, we ran a little contest for Ovechkin's goal watch, we called it, and we had whoever guessed the correct day that he scored the goal to pass Gretzky won the package. And my brother-in-law won it, so I said, okay, pick your beef jerky. We got it. That was part of the care package. And I said, pick your beef jerky and I'll send you whatever. and he couldn't pick. He said they all sound good. So I got him an 8 sampler pack of 8 different flavors, and he said he loved them all. And let me tell you, if he's watching or listening at a later date, he's a picky guy. He's tough to please, but he liked all of these.
All right.
All right. So before we get into, because I know from sources that that Vin Diesel happens to be a big fan of our show here.
Oh, all right.
And today is his 58th birthday, so I thought I'd give him a special shout out there, Vin. We appreciate you watching.
Family.
Yeah, that's right. And family's everything, and so we appreciate you watching, and hope you are having a great day.
Oh man, he must be a massive Seahawks fan.
That I cannot confirm.
I can't confirm this information either.
But I can confirm that sources have confirmed to me that he likes this particular show and doesn't miss an episode. So
Excellent.
Optimism is key.
yeah. And so I thought, well, he likes our show, so I'll give him a shout out. So
Anyway,
Yeah. Shout out to you, Vin. Patch it up with The Rock. Patch it up.
that's right.
I have a question for you guys that I think is a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
So the last couple shows we talked about the Cardinals and if they're good or if they're going to be better or worse.
Yeah.
We also did the 49ers. Are they going to be better or worse? The last team in the NFC West that we really haven't talked about is the Los Angeles Rams. Now, across Rams Twitter, which depending on who you ask, may be the most delusional place in the world, or they may be right in regard here. Now, my Jack, who does time to BS with me every now and then, is a diehard Rams fan.
Yeah.
He is the overly optimistic Rams fan to the point where he predicts the Rams will get the number 1 seed in the NFC West.
Okay,
or the NFC this season.
Okay, the NFC, they're not getting
let's get back to the reality train right there. Okay.
So here's where I have some gripe with the Rams. Despite the fact that Los Angeles did win the NFC West this past season, with the same record as Seattle, by the way, take it how you want it.
Yeah.
Take it how you want it.
Yeah.
If you watch the tape, it seemed like they were winning in spite of Matthew Stafford a little bit, which is like, depending on who you ask. And Los Angeles, who did they sign other than Devontae Adams?
Well, that's the thing. They lost Cooper Kupp, but they're going to argue that Cooper's best days are behind him.
Which I get that argument. I understand that argument completely.
Yeah.
However,
Now, as
Devontae
Seahawks
Adams
fans,
is
yeah.
36.
I think that he's going to shove that up their patootie this coming season.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
But see, I am with you on who did the Rams sign other than Devontae Adams. But let's not discount that I think Devontae Adams still has stuff left in the tank. And he's
no question.
And I would still give the nod, despite the fact that Matthew Stafford is getting up there in age, and both sides seemed to want to separate this past offseason, but both of them came to the conclusion, hey, this is probably the best spot for me. He knows McVay's system very well. Stafford's got a high football IQ. He's tough. He still can make the throws. If anybody besides his BFF Aaron Rodgers can get the throws to Devontae Adams, Stafford can do it. And the thing that helps Devontae Adams this season, and why I think I'm not the fantasy football expert on this show, Kevin is, but I will say that I think Devontae Adams is going to have a bit of a rebirth season because Puka Nacua is going to be the number 1 in that offense.
Yeah, he's going to be the number 1, but it's more important.
And they have Tyler Higbee. Higbee came back and he was healthy. He was good. You forgot how big of a piece of that offense that he was. Now, where the Rams were surprising was on defense. And correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but I think their defensive core is still pretty young. So, and I mean, that draft pick that they had, he's very good.
Jared Verse, Jared Verse and Braden Fisk. I mean, it's back-to-back first and second round picks, Verse in the first, Fisk in the second. But it's where the Rams are going to shine is on defense, but it's more importantly the fact that like they didn't bring in a lot of pieces, and I think what they're banking on is Matthew Stafford to be Stafford when he first got there.
Yeah, which
is it's one of those things where you look at them direct in the face and go, I don't know if I trust you, because again, we're going based off of tape. It felt like they were winning in spite of Matthew Stafford for a little bit, and the defense was carrying them. Which, yeah, it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick your winner of the NFC West here.
See, to me, now, do I agree with Jack in thinking that the Rams are going to win the NFC, be the number 1 seed? Heck no, man.
No.
But
you need to check your insulin intake or something.
But
Kevin's just rolling with it.
I have to say that when Ryan posed a question to me on No Creds, I said on an earlier episode, I said until it's proven otherwise, the NFC West goes through the Rams.
Yes,
that's how I feel. And the thing is, I will not. I've done it before, and I'm not going to do it again. I will not doubt a Sean McVay offense. He can make an offense out of a paper bag. So if the defense carries them again this year and their offense can perform at a level that they've been accustomed to, because I dumped all over the Rams last year. I thought they were going to be terrible, and I made the exact argument that you made. I said Stafford is aging. The wheels are going to fall off of this. Cooper Kupp's not going to come back the same from injury. Now, I hope that I'm wrong about that now that he's wearing our uniform. But they still have Kyren Williams, who McVay has used a lot. He's using Kyren Williams on punt returns. Don't do that. Don't do that for your own team's sanity.
No.
But they still have weapons, and that defense is going to be the key. If they can repeat their performance, the Rams are going to be tough to beat, because if the line can protect Matthew Stafford, he can still make the throws.
Yeah, and they really didn't make a whole lot of moves. Alaric Jackson is their left tackle, who is a pretty good player. They did bring in Coleman Shelton from the Bears to be their new starting center, and then Kevin Dotson has been okay. Rob Havenstein has been okay. But again, that scheme is built for like zone blocking. Mm-hmm. It's built for that. So, I'm with you, Dustin. Until proven otherwise, the division still goes to the Rams. But for like saying like, oh, they're going to win 13 games, like you're out of your mind.
No, I don't think so.
The NFC is too top heavy. The NFC is way too top heavy.
Yeah, you're gonna have. Now, I think people are underestimating our Seahawks. I think the Cardinals are going to, although there's some concerning. There's a clickbait article I saw on social media. I don't think I believe it, but I wanted to see if you gentlemen had heard anything about it. But and we'll get to that when we talk about the Seahawks, as I promise we do on this program. But the Cardinals, I think, are going to be a little bit better. They're going to continue to advance. Yeah. The 49ers, I'm sorry to tell you, gentlemen, even though I wish it, they're not going to be as bad as they were last year. That's not going to happen. So that the division's going to beat each other up to some degree. Also, the Commanders, I believe, are the real deal in the second year. The Lions are going to be back in some form. Will they be able to survive all the subtractions? And then the Eagles are going to be the Eagles. So where does that leave the Rams a shot to win 13 games? I don't buy that.
Yeah, I'd say their ceiling's 11.
Yeah,
something like that.
Most likely, yeah.
So I'm with you on that. Matthew Stafford, it's going to come to an end at some point, as it does for everybody. And I would not be surprised if that starts to occur this year. They need to make sure they keep him protected.
Yeah.
And they need to make sure of that. And the thing that impressed me about the Rams is how many teams could lose a guy like Aaron Donald and still be a quality defense.
Yeah, that's I told Jack this, and he called me crazy a little bit, is that Aaron Donald's retirement may have been the best thing to happen to that defense in quite a while. And
I don't know about quite a while, but for now,
the only downside, the only weakness that you could point to the Rams is that, good God, their rush defense. Don't believe me? Saquon Barkley in 2 games had, what did he have? 500 yards and 6 touchdowns.
He shredded them.
But did that last year.
Yeah, he's different. Saquon, some of that was Saquon. Some of that was pure Saquon.
Yes,
and I will say that you are right. Some of that was the Rams, but the other part of that was the Eagles' offensive line really started gelling the second half of the season, and they made that key acquisition when they signed Becton away. Becton was a cast off from the Jets. Jets couldn't figure him out, and the Eagles switched positions on him. He was amazing.
Yep. And again, I'm going based off of like the last year or so because, again, Seattle did have the same record with the Rams, and yet by the 37th tiebreaker, the Rams won the NFC West. But it's one of those things where you go by week by week by week. It almost seems like it's hard to pick who wins the NFC West this season. But I don't know. I'm at a crossroads here. I think the West gets decided by the last 2 games of the year.
I could be with that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the last.
I'm with you on that one, Kevin. I was giving my first guess, which is the Seahawks play San Francisco in Santa Clara week 18.
That's right. They do. They open with them and then they close with them.
And the Cardinals play the Rams.
That's right.
I think it's in LA this in week 18. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure with that. But the West could very well be decided by the end of week 18. Very well could be decided.
Well, and for one thing, we won't have Smith throwing 2 interceptions in the end,
the red zone,
against the Rams. So at least we have that going for us.
That's the thing, because my big argument with the NFC West debate is, okay, Seattle finished 14th in defense last year?
15th,
yes.
Something like definitely in the top 15. They finished in the top 15.
Absolutely, they did. 15-14 right in there, yes.
And with an abysmal offense, they still won 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go to the abysmal level. But it was inconsistent.
Okay,
inconsistent. And especially when it mattered, it was inconsistent. We all talked about that.
Yeah.
Interceptions when the Seahawks are deep in the other team's territory. We've discussed that till our ears bleed. And that's not going to happen this year.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not, because that Giant game, that was brutal.
Yeah, the Rams won the NFC West because of that Giants game. Let's be honest about it. Yeah. That's a game that they never should have let get away.
Oh.
And it made it even worse because, of course, Nathan, one of our Belly Up colleagues, is a Giants fan. So
yeah, Nate.
Yeah, so, and deservedly so, I had to listen to that because they beat my Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was only made worse when against the Rams, where they were that close to going in there late in the game. And then he threw that interception, and it was just downhill from there.
Can we talk about something real quick? Because
sure.
So Mike McDonald is in his 2nd year as head coach of the Seahawks.
Right. Yeah.
What have you guys Kevin, what have you noticed right away from Coach McDonald that he's willing to do aside from 14 years of beat?
Well, one of the things that this is coming right back into what we were talking about, Nick Imanuri, is he likes to play a lot of 3 safety defense.
Yep.
And if that's what he does, then that's going to fit. Then we don't need to debate about whether he should play linebacker or where he should play, because he's going to be on the field as a defensive back.
Regardless, yes.
Regardless, because he's going to be at 3 safeties, he's going to be on the field. Yep. So, and I don't think I've ever come across I'm sure I probably have, but it wasn't ever pointed out to me, a team that was playing 3 safeties simultaneously.
Almost on a regular, yeah.
Yeah, on the regular. So if he can do that and it works, and they get, because they're going to get him on the field, we all know this.
And they're going to rush the passer. They have
And they're going to
capable
rush the
rushers.
passer and hopefully blow the ever living doors off of the opposing team's quarterback.
Yep.
And if that happens, I think this defense could be really, really
Oh,
special.
yeah. I'm with you on that part. And the Mike McDonald, before I go off on a tangent, Dustin, how about you?
Well, the big thing, and it's going to be old hat, but we've talked about it before. Pete, as much, and I would say that I was less frustrated with Pete than you were in his later years.
That's
an understatement.
But the one thing that you were 100% right about Pete Carroll is he refused to adjust. He never would. He always felt that he had faith in his system, which is a good thing. He had faith in his system and his schemes. However, he famously did it with Richard Sherman. He would say, we're not moving Richard all over the field based on who the other team's number one receiver is. Richard's going to play where he plays regardless of. Mike McDonald will not do that. Mike McDonald will shift players out of position. He will go based on matchup. He will make adjustments in game. And he's much more, it seems, the combination of John Schneider and he are much more willing to tinker with the team during the season if something is not getting done and something is not performing. Look at the Ernest Jones signing. That was a big save. And they're also willing to admit they made a mistake very fast. You know, the acquisition of Jenkins. Jenkins didn't play after they got
hurt. Yeah, Kobe took over. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
and
right.
He played great.
Yep.
Kobe played great.
And they didn't do one of the things. They went with it's almost like a offensive approach that you don't like if you play fantasy football, but he almost went with it's almost like he went with the hot hand running back and then just stayed with him. Because they could have put Jenkins back in when he, if he could have returned, but no, Mike McDonald. No. He said Kobe's playing well. We're gonna leave him in there.
Here's another one. Trey Brown. Brown. When Trey Brown was the starting corner, opposite Tariq for majority of the season. He goes down. Josh Jobe fills in great.
Yep.
Undrafted free agent, by the way. Was Josh Jobe. He came from the Eagles, signed here with the Seahawks as a free agent, and played fan-freaking-tastic.
And I'll admit, I haven't read as many articles or listened to things or watched as many clips of the Seahawks training camp, but I have seen a few Mike McDonald press conferences, and I would say that in year 2, he's getting more comfortable.
He's excited.
He's getting more confident, and players have said that they notice that he still is all business, but he's relaxing a little bit more. He's starting to find his footing. He has that first year of experience under his belt now. He's starting to figure it out. And
unleash the dogs.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And let's face it, if you go 10-7 in your first year as a head coach, that's a success.
That's the thing. That's the thing that people are like, oh my God, sports. Where do I go on with ESPN?
We don't need to go anywhere with them.
Because here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. There are these so-called experts at ESPN.
You can put them in quotations. I'll do it for you. There it is.
Experts at ESPN. They're saying like, oh, the Seahawks had a massive step back with Geno Smith and replaced him with Sam Darnold. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
I hear that and hear that and hear that and hear that. Saying the Seahawks might win 4 games. They might win 2 games. It's like, come on. Check your drug intake because something's going wrong here.
Okay. You can make an argument that with the exception of wide receiver, with the exception of wide receiver, they upgraded. At every position.
I would argue that they upgraded there as well.
You can make a very good argument that they upgraded because who did they? Because they replaced Tyler Lockett
Yeah.
and DK Metcalf with
Yeah.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Cooper Kupp, Torrey Horton. Who's the other guy? Who's the other draft pick that they picked a receiver?
Yeah, the 6th round guy.
Yeah, the 6th round guy. Give me a second. I'm gonna stick in Google.
I mean, I'm not going to go as far as to say that they upgraded at receiver after losing
Ricky White.
Okay.
You were very high on him, Kevin. You were very high on this kid.
Yeah, and you go ahead, Dustin.
After losing DK Metcalf, I'm not going to throw that amount of shade at DK and say that
I'll throw it for you.
that they upgraded at receiver by getting rid of DK. However, I love Tyler Lockett. I hope that he somehow turns back the clock in Tennessee. He's one of the best route runners this league has seen, and he has sure hands. And I miss him in a Seattle uniform.
Absolutely.
Did I think
Absolutely.
but the decline of Tyler Lockett was starting to happen, okay?
It was. There's no debating that.
It was there. And then DK.
His attitude was the thing that really turned me off of him.
Yeah.
And, so him being in Pittsburgh, I talked about this on our show on Tuesday. He's my bust wide receiver in fantasy this year. And so he wanted out, and he went out. Enjoy your life in Pittsburgh. So that's what you wanted, and that's what you got. So there.
You know who is the massive X factor of this whole entire thing on defense? It's Byron. Byron Murphy.
Yeah.
Byron Murphy, because remember, Byron Murphy had 1.5 sacks last season, his rookie season. Now, to be fair, he was also double teamed like a madman.
Yeah, but that opens up opportunities for others.
If he and Leonard Williams go off.
Oh, geez. Leonard Williams. One of the best recent signings. I love
one
that.
One of the best trades they ever made.
Yes. That's what I meant. Trade. Yes. Unbelievable.
And they have this other kid, what was it, Ryan Mills, who was the Notre Dame, who was the 4th round pick, Riley Mills from Notre Dame, 5th round pick from Notre Dame. He could play nose tackle very easily. He could play nose tackle, right, Kevin? Like that's where he played in Notre Dame. That's where he played the majority of his time in Notre Dame.
All right.
If Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, Mafe, Hall, DeMarcus Lawrence, Uchenna, who's on the pup list.
Yeah.
If all of them on the front 7 go off, this defense is going to be hard to beat.
Let's go. How about 6 of the 7?
Yeah, sure. Add Devin and Nick Evan-Mori to that too.
That's right. Because Devin, I said this in our chat that because I was listening to the radio on the way home yesterday. Devin Witherspoon was on the list of the top 10 cornerbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that means there's one side of the field locked down because he's there.
I love how Coach McDonald even said, like, yeah, we're not moving Devin anywhere. He's staying in the nickel spot. He's staying in the nickel position. That's where he's most comfortable. We're keeping Josh Jobe on the outside. And I'm like, cool. Mm-hmm. That's great. Because that's where he's most comfortable and that he can strike. That's the thing that people don't understand is they can attack you from everywhere. Everywhere. And we saw it firsthand when Mike McDonald was in Baltimore as the defensive coordinator when the Hawks went to Baltimore to play the Ravens.
Yeah.
They got swarmed.
They did.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
And I remember that game vividly because that was a November game. Each November, anybody that knows me knows I do this. Each November, the first Saturday, I try to raise money for kids with childhood cancer. And I was up for 14 hours the night before. I couldn't make 24. I'm sorry, but I was up for 14 hours and I was gaming and raising money. And I said to myself, "Oh, the Ravens are playing the Seahawks at I think it was a 1:00 game." So I said, "Okay, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to get some sleep, and then I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to watch the Seahawks game." And it made me so mad. I wished I went back to bed.
I don't blame you. If the offense improves, not drastically, but sort of where you can look at if they're above average,
Yeah.
they can this Seahawk team is going to be really hard to beat.
Where I have faith, and I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I will. Where I have faith in this Seahawks offense is the run game. You have turned me around. You have turned me around on the hiring of Clint Kubiak and what that scheme can do, and that they're going to emphasize the run. And I think if healthy, the line's going to be good enough to help them do that. Where I have major misgivings, and I'm not going to defend ESPN's ranking of the Seahawks from what you both have told me. They're going to win more than 4 games. On defense alone, they will win more than 4 games. But Sam is the biggest question mark for me.
Well, we knew that. We knew that.
Sam Darnold's the biggest X factor this entire season.
It is.
He is.
If you get Sam Darnold the first 15, 16 games of the season for the Vikings,
yes,
they could win the NFC, for God's sake.
We're talking a guy threw 30 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I saw this, and I'm not gonna call out. It was a Seahawks. I don't know if it was a fan page on Facebook or something, but I saw something, and it said these are the words almost verbatim that they said. They said, okay, with Drew Lock outperforming Sam Darnold at mini camps. They said, and they said with Jalen Milroe also turning heads.
Can we stop?
Is there a possibility?
For God's sake!
I know there's no way. Okay, Drew Lock knows the Seahawks. Okay, but he doesn't know the system. He played in a different system.
What are the odds? Okay, fan base.
That's the thing.
What is it with the delusional side of this fan base? Like, Sam Howell's going to be the answer. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, and it's not. But they're saying this the latest edition, and I loved the Jalen Milroe draft pick. He had one of the best quotes when, like, if he figures it out, his athleticism. Do I think they will have some packages for him this year? Yep. Probably. But who knows if he develops the arm the way that he needs to be a starting quarterback. But I think he's going to try. I love his response when he said, do you have a response to the teams that did not draft you? And he just said belt to ass. That was one of the best responses I've ever heard. Yeah. So, but for the amount of money that they gave to give Sam Darnold, even though the contract is a team-friendly deal, because let's not forget they have an out after the first year. They are not. Sam is starting, okay? Sam is in the game.
Absolutely.
I don't care.
This is not Russell. This is not Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
This is not Russell Wilson part 2.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that.
Slow down, people.
Yeah, slow your roll just a little bit. But one of the things that I did like that I saw earlier today was it was saying that that Milroe is in the top 5 of players that have something that they can prove themselves. He's in the top 5 of somebody that can move forward.
Mm-hmm. And he has a lot of upside. He does
have a lot of upside. He could be on the field, as you pointed out, Dustin. At the same time, they're going to put packages in there, maybe just 1 or 2 a game or whatever, but it's going to happen. And when it comes to the offense, the thing that it's to me is what do the tight ends bring to this?
Which they did sign all their draft picks.
They did, and I was glad because they got Arroyo, signed up and everything. And like I've been beating this drum. I know I have that his weakness is blocking. And if they're gonna run a 2 tight end set, which I didn't think they were gonna do, but it seems that may happen. He's got to block somebody.
I have a question, not to bring this name up. But the Patriots in like the early 2010s ran a 2 tight end system. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Aaron Hernandez could not block to save his life.
No, I remember. I don't think he could block. I think that's why he didn't. I don't know. I have to go back, and sometimes I get things wrong. So comments, I'm sorry in advance. But I think that's why he and Gronkowski split so much, is because Aaron Hernandez, while he was great at certain things, I think his blocking was suspect. And with a coach like Belichick, if you can't do everything, you're not going to play as much, no matter how great you are.
Give me a second.
So that's the key to me, is what kind of offense are they going to run, 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers and a running back? What are they going to do? And the thing about recent developments is you're not going to get a lot of this when they're playing exhibition games, because people don't play anymore in them. So we're not going to have any clear ideas until the regular season comes. Then we'll see what kind of offense they're going to deploy, because that's just not what they do in exhibition games anymore.
He did block a little bit, but he was more known for his receiving ability.
But, some tight ends are that way.
Yep.
And that's fine. So
Jimmy Graham.
Right. So if he's going to be on, because one of the things they talked about is Noah Fant, you're out of here.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, AJ's starting at tight end. AJ Barner, because he had 4 touchdowns and 200 yards receiving.
Dude, I love one of the
his
things.
Attitude is great.
I love your love for AJ Barner. I remember we were watching the Packer game last year. I mean, obviously in separate locations, but you just texted me in all caps Barner with like 6 exclamation points.
Because I was so high on this kid when he got drafted. I'm a Penn State. So context is key here. I'm a Penn State fan.
Okay,
diehard Penn State football fan. I had to witness this guy just maul people at Michigan, because he's such a Harbaugh guy. It was uncanny because he could block, he could fight people, and he had a great attitude. He had a great I'm better than you and you know it attitude, and it's fantastic because he's such a get you in the face kind of tight end, and he can catch the football. He can run too. Mm-hmm. So a lot of Seahawks Twitter is very high on this kid. The Seahawks themselves are very high on this kid, and I think that's why Noah Fant's been included in a lot of trade packages over the last several weeks. But the Arroyo, when they announced that they signed Elijah Arroyo and Nick Evenwari to granted fully guaranteed contracts, whatever, they're rookies, give them their money. Yeah. But it's like, okay, now that pen has been put to paper, let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let's create some magic. Let's cause some havoc on both offense and defense. And they can do it. They can very well do it. And again, the X factor is Sam, ultimately on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah. But they signed all their draft picks. Everyone's ready to go.
They're causing hate and discontent throughout the NFL because they gave those 2 guys guaranteed deals.
Thanks, Houston.
And now there are a lot of guys that are holding out because they want guaranteed deals also.
Okay, I can defend it for the simple factor of you're a rookie player in the NFL. Okay, you're a rookie in the National Football League. In 2, 3, or 4 years, that rookie contract isn't going to mean anything because you're going to get 30, 40, 50 million a year, especially if you're a quarterback. Good God. Don't believe me?
Which is why Washington needs to win now while they've got a quarterback on a rookie deal.
Please.
He will command money.
He will have no choice.
Yeah, I mean,
and we've seen what's happened when you pay a quarterback $60 million. The rest of your team suffers because right. Everybody knows what I'm talking about here.
Yeah,
but he's certainly not the only one. Look at the 49ers and Brock Purdy.
Anyway,
he was making $1,500 a game or whatever it was because he was the last pick of the draft.
Yep.
And that's not the case anymore. So, they had to make some decisions, and our team has to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
we'll get to that down the road. But at the same point, We do have to unfortunately get to another ad break because, as per usual, Dustin, what do we know? This show is not free, right?
Correct.
So, Ryan, take it away. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Thank you, delightful bald-headed individual.
Just
That is Ryan.
Just don't use that discount to go see Peter Gabriel. I'll just throw that in.
God's sakes. What a segue to the newest segment of the show. Yes, SeatGeek, use the promo code BellyUp20 or Belly Up Sports. Wow, I feel terrible. I can't read. Belly Up Sports, all caps. Get $20 off. There it is. Get $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek.com or the SeatGeek app. Dustin, Kevin, are you ready to venture into a little bar or a pub or a speakeasy?
Absolutely.
And there's a little machine. There's a little machine that used to exist back in Kevin's days.
Oh, dang.
Oh man, what are you?
Saber-tooth tiger time or what?
No, way after the dinosaurs. After the dinosaurs. Back in the 60s, let's call it that.
Oh, dang.
So,
okay.
Sorry. You remember the jukebox?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the jukebox is well after the 60s. Let's not.
Okay, fine. The 80s.
Well, it was still, because Foreigner was talking about that in the 80s. So
you can find them, but they're not easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
With that being said, let's take a ride on the wild side and go down Hollywood Boulevard and enter Dustin's Jukebox.
That's awesome.
You talk about bringing on the power.
Yeah. I didn't know any of that was coming. It is very good. It's very good.
Welcome to Dustin's Jukebox, where we give Dustin's tune of the week, where he'll give us a random band or a random song or just a good old music time. Because why the heck not? Because Dustin's a musical geek.
Thank you for not calling me a musical genius, because I am not. Okay.
I almost did. I
know. That's why. Thank you that you caught yourself. That's very good. I am a music enthusiast. I used to play guitar. You can't see. I have many guitars next to me. I don't play them enough, but astute eyes will notice that I have a microphone set up from time to time. I like to try to flex the golden pipes in here. I got a little bit of a studio set up. Maybe I will release some music someday. Again, perfectionism is real, folks. It kills you. Don't let it. But I love music. I always have. And when Dan came to me with this idea, he's like, what if every once in a while you just pick a random tune of the week? I think it's because I had Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time running through my head before the start of the show last week. And I think that's what birthed this segment. But this week, the song I said, what am I going to pick when you told me that this was coming? And it came to mind immediately. I think about this song more than I ought to admit. But do either of you remember a band called Stroke 9? Stroke 9.
Can't say that I do. No.
This song, the song that I'm going to talk about, I believe, came out in 1999. Now, Stroke 9 had one album, to my knowledge, that kind of broke through, and it had multiple radio hits. And the first single that I remember was a song called Little Black Backpack. And I loved the song so much that I decided when this was back when I still had a band. I said we're gonna do Little Black Backpack. We used to have covers in our set, and I said we're gonna listen to Little Black Backpack, and we're gonna learn it, and we're gonna play it. It's gonna be at part of our shows. And I started trying to sing Little Black Backpack, and I could hit the notes back in the day, especially when I had a younger voice and I didn't smoke cigars. But what is tough about Little Black Backpack is that you got to be on with your breathing. There's some parts in that chorus where he just is like, when does he take a breath? And you can't, and it's a catchy song. It is a catchy song. If you haven't heard it, I recommend going out and listening to Little Black Backpack, Stroke 9. Check it out on whatever music streaming service you have. And that record that Little Black Backpack is on, it might just be called Black Backpack. I can't remember. I would have to pull up my Apple Music, and I'm not going to do that on this fine show. There was also a song called The Letter. The Letter was on that album as well. That was also a good song. I listen to that every once in a while. And then also on that song, how many people saw the movie Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yes.
There, you know the song that plays at the end, Dan, when they're like, how many people want to kick some ass? That is Stroke 9. That is Stroke 9, okay? So here we go. We're bringing it back around. This has been Dustin's Jukebox.
Oh,
This is a great idea. I had a feeling this was like, I wonder if we could pick Dustin's brain today. Don't worry, I'll come up with a video. I'll come up with a video for Kevin's keys.
All right. You got to have Kevin starting a car or something.
I'll have to figure something out. Be like Shrek falling down, like my keys.
Oh, jeez.
I'll figure something out. But the Seahawks 50th anniversary is this season, and how fitting that the Seahawks themselves would release a 50th anniversary list of the top 50 players in franchise history. Some are obvious: Russell Wilson, Steve Largent, Cortez Kennedy, Kenny Easley, Dave Brown, Walter Jones, Steve Hutchinson.
Of course, Walter Jones. Come on now.
Sherman, the entirety of the Legion of Boom is on there. Bobby Wagner is on there. It's like
Kenny Easley's on there.
Kenny Easley should be.
It's obvious. Kenny Easley's one of those, like, his career should have lasted 15 years, but it was a kidney condition, right?
It was. That's right.
That's right. That he only played 7 years. Still made it to the Hall of Fame. Took him a little bit, but still made it to the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Well-deserved Hall of Fame inductee, by the way. And the fourth player in history by the Seahawks to have his number retired.
Okay.
Him, Walter Jones, Largent. and the
12.
Technically the fifth. Technically the fifth if you count the 12th man, yes.
Okay.
Because it was Largent, Walter, Cortez, Kenny Easley, and the 12th man, so it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a few others that are like, why are you on here? Right?
Right.
Do we have the list, Kevin?
I do.
We do, yeah.
Yes, we
do.
do.
Both have the list. Okay.
We do.
So I don't know where you put, like, Devin Witherspoon was on here. I'm like,
yeah. That's a little early.
Yeah.
I think he's a great player, but that's just a little early.
Settle down here.
Yeah. Now in the green room, which subscribe to the non-existent Patreon to get access to the green room.
OnlyFans.com. That's actually a great idea.
But we were discussing, and the one name on here that I know was a surprising name to some of you, and then you pointed out correctly that somebody else is not on the list. Daryl Jackson is on the list, number 82. I loved Daryl Jackson. I believe he was from Florida State. He was amazing. He was on that team that went to the Super Bowl in 2006 and lost to those Steelers. And he was the one that caught the touchdown where that BS holding call got called on.
Right.
I loved Daryl Jackson, and it's probably because I I love the receiving core of that era. I thought they were underrated. Corin Robinson, I maintain this. He could have been great if he could have got his off the field issues together. Corin Robinson, Darrell Jackson, but you pointed out, you said Bobby Ingram should be on this list. I agree with you because Bobby Ingram,
Bobby Ingram is on the list.
Oh, he was? I thought,
I'm looking at it right here. Bobby Ingram, wide receiver, number 84.
All right. Well, then I stand corrected because I was about to say maybe it's because Bobby Ingram was not originally drafted by the team, if memory serves, whereas Darrell Jackson was.
Yeah, that should have no bearing whatever.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was going to say. But my whole thing, I'm sorry, I'm caught kind of. I did not look quick enough. There he is, Bobby Ingram, right under Kenny Easley.
That's right.
There's also Dave Brown, who's, I believe he's 9th all-time in interceptions.
Wow.
Give me a second. I'm going to Google this real quick.
Okay.
Top 10 interception, top 10 all-time interceptions.
But I will tell you, this is the time I'm going to do a little bit of a reveal. We are going to take next week. We're going to take our personal favorite 10 from this list, and I think some of my 10 will surprise you, gentlemen. And I see a name on here where I think he could be on everybody's list. Doug Baldwin. I love the way you want to talk about injury cutting a career short.
Absolutely.
I love the way Doug Baldwin played. He had a chip on his shoulder. His nickname was Angry Doug, which doesn't get any better than that. He played angry too, and he was clutch. He was always there when Russell Wilson needed him.
To cut you off, Dave Brown is 10th all-time in interceptions.
10.
62.
All right. How about that off the top of the dome? You had 9th, but it was one position down.
I had a feeling he was in the top 10. I was like, my brain serves me correct.
Yeah. Oh, man. I am embarrassed about my whole Bobby Ingram tirade I was about.
No worries.
Now, there's some obvious ones here. There's Tyler Lockett. There's Tyler Lockett, Marshawn.
Okay, here's a guy. What do we – because DK Metcalf is on this list.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but, come on. I mean, also in his defense, Lofa Tatupu is on this list too.
Yeah, which Lofa was very good in his for a few seasons. He was very good, very good.
So pissed about that because Lofa Tatupu could have been an all-time great.
I agree.
Had he not gotten hurt.
I agree. That's another one where injury.
How many guys have a better name than Lofa Tatupu?
Yeah, that one's a good one.
By the way, from USC.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep.
There's also 2005 league MVP Sean Alexander.
I will defend Sean Alexander to the death. I love he was my number.
If he wasn't on this list, then the whole thing's invalid.
He, by the way, should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, he should get in the Hall of Fame one of these days.
He's got to be in there. Cliff Averill, I think, easy on this list.
Averill's easy. Yep, Averill's an easy one.
He's easy.
Michael Bennett, that's an easy one.
Yep, Michael Bennett.
That's easy.
Earl Thomas, I love Earl Thomas. I know it didn't
Earl Thomas,
end well.
Even though,
Eugene Robinson too? Wow, I didn't know this. Hold on, give me a second here.
Yep, he's there.
I did not know this. Eugene Robinson
and he's got two punters on here. How about that?
Eugene Robinson is also 15th all-time in interceptions with 57. He's actually tied for 13th. He's tied for 13th all-time.
Now, I have an interesting question, gentlemen, before one of my favorites on here, this is going back a little bit, Chad Brown. I loved Chad Brown as a C. I loved him. But who is the player that comes to mind that when he first came out and started playing for the Seahawks, you thought he was going to make this list, but whatever happened, whether it just didn't happen or whatever, because I'll go first with my pick because I know I just kind of sprung this on you, but this list is, I got ideas percolating in here. Sean Springs, number 24.
That's right.
He was the one that I thought for sure would be on this list based off of when he was drafted, his talent, his potential. I loved him. He just never seemed to quite put it together the way we wanted to. And then he went to Washington, I believe, after that. I'm trying to remember, but Sean Springs, he was the one that I was like, he is going to be amazing. You know?
Yep.
Are you surprised at all that Joey Galloway?
Jimmy Graham would be the one for me because, like, I was so excited when that trade got announced. I remember exactly how I felt. I was so pumped because Jimmy Graham, I loved his story when he was with New Orleans. Like, basically going from a group home to one of the greatest tight ends in the history of the league and playing 1 year of college football to essentially an all-time great.
Yeah.
Say what you want about the trade and how it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But for a good period of time, Jimmy Graham was, he was unstoppable at one time.
Well, and ironically, because you are a great host, the person who was part of the trade, the Jimmy Graham trade
Max
that ended up in
on
New
the
Orleans,
list.
he's on the list.
That's right.
He's on the list.
He's on the list. He was great. He was great for the Seahawks.
Yep. There's also Deion Grant, who is eligible to make the list. Chris Gray, one of the 5 Pro Bowlers on that offensive line in 2005.
Yes, with Tobeck and Hutch and Jones. Yeah.
Okay. Let me throw a name. Let me throw a name here.
Yeah.
What about? Yep. Go for it.
Okay. So, a guy that we thought would be better than he actually turned out to be. How about Joey Galloway?
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. I said Joey Galloway was going to be a pick. I thought he was going to be on this list. Kevin, you read my mind too.
And he should. You know what? He should be on this list for one simple reason.
He could run.
Well, he could do that, but the trade they made with the Cowboys should get him on this list.
I forgot about that.
2 first-round draft picks for him.
That was the trade, really?
Yes.
Oh, Sean Locklear's on here too.
Oh, Sean Locklear, another man. There are some you forget. Yes, I know the Seahawks. Some of the Steelers fans and Lions fans and everybody, they're going to come out and they're going to be like, "Oh, the Seahawks are such a young team." The Seahawks have had some great players. First of all, 50 years, a milestone, and going down this list of memory lane, it's been fun because you forget. Yes, for some years,
Hall of Famers galore too.
Yes, the Seahawks were bottom feeders of the league some years, but we had some great players. And I love the fact that there's 3 different generations of quarterbacks on here. You got Jim Zorn, you got the man that started it all. Then you got Dave Craig. Yeah, so there's 4 different generations. And then you have some people might raise the eyebrow at this. Matt Hasselbeck was a great quarterback.
He was awesome. And he did it for more than a few years.
Yes, he did.
And he was solid. Got him to the Super Bowl, and like most players, you take a step, and then the next thing you know, you're going over the cliff. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened. And then if that had to happen, then of course we wouldn't have Mr. Wilson to talk about. So
Yep. And the person that I think no one thought would be on this list was Matt Flynn. I think we can all agree that we were mystified at why they gave him that contract. And also, let's forget about the days where Charlie Whitehurst was suiting up for the Seahawks.
Good Lord Jesus!
Yeah, I know. Not one of Pete's better moves.
Hold on. I'm gonna read through some more names here that I think is gonna be great. Kevin Mawai, Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, of course.
Geno Smith is eligible for this list for reasons. Keith Simpson, also a longtime Seahawk, played from 78 to 85 for the Seahawks. Safety, he's on there. He's eligible too. Corn Robinson's eligible.
Yeah, but Corin would be besides.
Yeah, Corin's a hit or miss.
Yeah, Corin would be my other pick for the person that I thought would really put it. I had his jersey. I loved Corin, but he just couldn't. He had off the field demons that he had to deal with. And
do you guys remember when Warren Moon played with the Seahawks?
Yes, only because of video games, but yes,
that man. I swear, had the greatest sound when he threw the football. It sounded like a just
Oh,
when
yeah.
there was a documentary. It was a Football Life documentary of
Yes.
Warren Moon. He would specifically chew on his nails enough to where the specific sound of him of just ripping the skin off the football a little bit, it just created like a sound, like ripping through the air. It was great. I'm like, that man, had he played in the NFL a lot longer than he did,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. I mean, those Oiler teams were so good. And there's also
yeah. And he
just-
played.
it was an unfortunate comeback
Mhm.
that cut that whole thing down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's also Dave Craig is on here, who is second
Which he
all
should
time.
be.
Second all time. I think he's second or third all time in touchdowns for the Seahawks.
Mhm.
From 80 to 91.
He took over from Jim Zorn, sir.
Yeah, he did. Which, by the way, oh my God.
We can we can forget when he was the head coach of Washington. We can just
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and it's good that I forgot about that part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing further needs to be said about that.
It started out like he got out to like a 5-0 start, and people were like, maybe Zorn's got it, and then that whole thing just torpedoed. Oh man,
Hall
Sorry,
of Famer
Jim.
John Randall's on here too.
Oh, love John Randall. Love John Randall as a Seahawk.
One of the greatest undrafted free agents to ever play to ever play in this game, ever.
Oh, for sure.
Ricky Waters is on here too. Short time here with Seattle. Darrell Williams, Josh Wilson, former Raven. What else do we got here? Tariq Woolen's on here for some reason. Dave Wyman, linebacker. By the way, great radio guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shout out to I think Kevin might have already said it, but you said John Ryan is on here, the punter. Punters get
Canadians.
And Dixon's on here too, I think.
Michael Dixon may be one of the best punters I've ever seen. And that says a lot because I loved Marquette King when he was with the Raiders. He had such an attitude. I loved it. He's like, yeah, I don't give a shit.
Oh, man.
Do you guys ready to close out the show with some BS of the week?
Sure. Let's light this candle.
Let's go to BS of the week. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for BS of the week, part of Time to BS. This episode's edition of BS of the week is we got to go to a concert. Speaking of music, do you know what I'm going to here?
What are you going to?
You guys are familiar with the band Coldplay, right?
Oh, yeah.
My
goodness. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Dustin knows where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
So there was a concert. There was
right.
a Coldplay concert. Where was it? New Jersey?
I think
I want to say.
Trying to remember.
It was somewhere over here on the East Coast. Sorry, Kevin.
That's fine.
Yeah, Coldplay's not with very few exceptions. Coldplay is not making Dustin's Jukebox. I can just tell.
No, you can be you can be real sure.
Paradise is fantastic. Paradise Live is fantastic. That's a hill I will die on. But
Okay.
So astronomer CEO Andy Byron was exposed for having an affair with his HR chief Kristen Cabot. Ironically enough, speaking of music, at a Coldplay concert.
Yeah.
And it was hysterical. Because when I saw it, I was like, I know who you are, but I can't put on the tip of my tongue on who you are. And then he got exposed on the Jumbotron of all things.
Yes,
by
that's
complete
right.
accident.
On the Jumbo, it's like, when you go to a game and they're like, the kiss cam kind of thing. And, you know what I mean? And this is how you know you've reached bottom.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I saw a photo earlier today, and it was the two of them, but he was Wolverine, and she was Jean Grey, and they were wanting to know where Mr.
Cyclops.
The Cyclops.
Your comic book reference is top tier. for those who've read the X-Men comics, you're gonna love that reference.
Yeah. And then where and the caption was, "Where's Scott Summer?"
That is great.
So
that is great.
When you're getting memed, what's the proper word there? Memed?
Memed, yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
memed. Things are way out of control. I was talking to my wife about this, and if you're going to get caught with somebody, don't let it be the HR person who's supposed to be the one that prevents these kind of things from happening in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, I have seen I tend to, live a somewhat, some people would argue, antisocial life or whatever, but even I know all about this. This, you had to be living under a rock, did not hear anything about this. And people, the internet was catching fire with things.
Hilarious.
And it took the internet about 2 seconds to identify everybody. And did you hear, did any of you see the clip with the sound on it? Because Chris Martin, he basically called it out when they did what they did. He goes, "Oh, either you two are having an affair or you're really nervous." Like he said it like right there before this whole thing came out. And then did either of you see the idiotic statement that this dude released? So
he gaslit Coldplay.
Oh yeah, because he quoted Coldplay at the end of it with a "Fix You" lyric, and then people who are bigger Coldplay fans, they were like, he used the wrong part of he quoted the wrong lyric, and people were shredding him for that. And then the hubris to quote Coldplay in your statement after also being like, "Oh, I'm a victim of this because my private life was exposed." Well, if you didn't want to get caught doing this, maybe
shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, first of all, you shouldn't have done it, but things happen in life, whatever. Yeah. But if you expect, if you're like, "Oh, I don't want to get caught," maybe you shouldn't take somebody to a concert where there's 55,000 people.
I have a very funny story for you guys. This all happened years ago. My fiance knows of this story that I'm about to tell you on this program. And I might get in trouble. Don't care. But it's going to be funny.
We're strapped in. Go ahead.
It's going to be funny. So I went on a date with this girl. This may have been like 3 or 4 years ago. And she was okay-ish. The day was fine. We were at a bar with their friend who's getting deployed to Afghanistan. And I'm like, "Hey, dude, thank you for your service, the whole 9 yards. Good luck out there. Hope everything goes well." And so he's like, "Yeah, no problem. Thanks. By the way, keep an eye out on her." And I'm like, "Why?"
Uh-oh.
And he says, and I quote, "She can be very flirtatious."
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
All I see on the corner of my eye is her flirting with a bunch of dudes probably in their 50s or 60s behind my back, drinking with them. I'm like, okay, I get what you mean. I'm going to roll with this and see where this goes. And that was my first mistake. But
man.
I come to find out that she was not only cheating on me, but ironically enough, with her HR director at BJ's.
Oh, man. BJ's Wholesale Club, which...
Fill in the jokes.
To bring it all back around, let's
bring it back around. Okay, so I've got a reference to this as well.
Go on.
Okay, so are either of you familiar with the movie series Porky's?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you know where I'm probably headed with this.
Hotdogs.
Well, no.
Damn
it. This guy was wanting to know why this girl was called Lassie.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
You recall the reference that I'm going to right here? Okay.
Fill in the audience, Kevin.
Okay, so if you're not familiar with that, then you probably could Google it or get on YouTube. And
Google it.
You could YouTube it, okay?
No.
Imagine something like that being exposed.
Oh no!
Oh man,
Dustin's like, I need Ryan's Bible real quick.
You might have to turn off some filters when you search for this.
Yeah.
Am I gonna? Oh no! I'm gonna have to Google this again. Am I?
Oh boy!
No! Give me a second. Why are you?
Good thing you're using your phone for that and not whatever computer's running the show.
My MacBook.
Yeah.
Don't catch your computer on fire.
Yeah. I told you you're not gonna want to. It's been a long time since I've seen Porky's, but
we're gonna put that away.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was BS of the week. Any final thoughts for close up shop for the day, boys?
I don't know. I think we pretty much piloted this plane as far as it's going to go. So
yeah.
We've landed in Tahiti.
Landed, and now it's time to sit back and get the cold ones rolling.
Not against that idea, Dustin.
I don't really have any final thoughts. I'm looking forward to go check out the little black backpack. Everybody, go check it out. And I'm excited to talk more Seahawks football with you fine gents next week. And who knows what other hijinks we'll get into.
Right. Who knows what we'll get into, and make sure that you join Dustin, and I tomorrow on the No Credentials Required show, which comes on at what time is that Eastern? 10?
10 o'clock Eastern. Yeah.
Subscribe, fools.
That's right. Get down to the subscriptions right there. So there you go.
Delightful. So with that being said, Kevin's coming to you from the great state of Texas. Dustin's coming to you from the capital region of Albany, New York. I'm coming to you from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. This has been Seahawks Sessions, and we'll see you guys around this life, and most certainly the next one. Cheers.